Black Americans, you see these things that we see happening right now with the Somalians. It has further revealed how powerful Black Americans are. Because you can see Somalians are black today. Tomorrow they'll say they're not black, they're Arabs. And right now, they are now saying they are blacks. They are blacks, they are blacks, they are blacks. All because they're scared. And to be honest, again, there's something again I want to say. I like how quiet you all are right now. I like how silent. I like the peace you all have right now. That all these things will be happening and it will be unfolding in the eyes of people who came to the country you all built and didn't respect you all. They faced their humiliations and then they're now looking for you all to come and speak up for them. And right now, you all are not speaking because you all have been speaking in the past. You all have been saving in the past. You all have been talking. You all have been, oh, we know these people are like this. These people are like this. You all don't do this. Please don't do this. You all have been talking like this in the past. Instead of people listening to you, I mean diasporan people listening to you, what they do, they hate you. What they do, they come together, form tiny groups, and then they start spilling rubbish about you. Right now, they are so disoriented. And a lot of them are now trying to claim affiliations to Black Americans. A lot of them now beginning to say, oh, we are blacks. We are blacks. We are blacks. Where in the heavens and the earth were you black initially? When you came into this country, these people are telling you, don't do this, don't do this. But you literally disrespected them. You call them all sorts of names. I love the silence. I love the way you all are just, very calm, enjoying the flow. And anyways, just watch these videos and see.
What about Somali? What about the current racism and the xenophobia that they're experiencing at the hands of this administration? What about Somali? What about Somali? What about it? What about it? Have I heard what was said? Yes, I've heard it. Do I agree? No, I don't agree with it. Am I going to intervene? Absolutely not. Because those who do not hear shall feel. Just to get you all caught up, on December 2nd, Trump had referred to the Somalian community in Minnesota as garbage. He referred to them as garbage, stating that he did not want them in his country. He also went on to say that Somalians are the main perpetrators in billions and billions of welfare fraud. Claims that are said and made without evidence, by the way. And a lot of my supporters have been getting in my comments asking me, what do I have to say? What do I have to say? I have absolutely nothing to say. I am watching from the sidelines because those who do not hear shall feel. You want me to advocate for a group of people, for a community that, generally speaking, collectively does not refer to themselves as black, despite coming from a black continent and being a black country. On my blackity black page, you want me to do that? I'm so sorry, I cannot. I cannot in good faith advocate for a group of black people, of colored people, who idly sat on the sidelines and watched as other members of the black diaspora get disrespected over and over and over again, but said nothing because they thought that they were safe behind this invisible false shield of being a different kind of black. I'm so sorry, I can't do it. What I want every black person, every single member of the black diaspora to understand is stop thinking that it can't be you and start thinking, when will it be you? When will it be you? What Trump said about the Somalian people was disgusting. It was horrible. But you want to know what else was disgusting and horrible? What he said about the black Americans in this country. Trump referred to black attorneys in this country as rabid animals, as criminal suspects, as thugs, okay? And that's just the tip of the iceberg. 3 months ago, Trump called the black children in this country born criminals, born thugs, that they need to be put away, That's what he said about the children, the black innocent children in this country. Y'all didn't say nothing. Somalians. Y'all didn't say nothing. In 2015, during a presidential campaign, Trump referred to the Mexicans as rapists, criminals who were bringing in drugs in America. You remember, these were all the points in which he used to be able to drive up xenophobia in this country against Mexicans so that he was also able to get more support in building a wall. Where were the Somalians? Where were y'all? Aren't you guys immigrants too? Where were you? In 2017, Trump said that North Korea was an embarrassment to China. In 2017, reportedly, Trump stated that the Nigerians in this country would never leave and go back to their huts. In 2017, Trump stated that all Haitians have AIDS. In 2018, during a White House meeting, Trump said that Haiti, El Salvador, African nations, basically the entire African continent, he stated they were all shithole countries. That's what he said. He said that America needed to be more welcoming to countries like Norway. And let's not even get into what he was saying about the Asian community during COVID-19. Huh? The China virus? The Kung flu? This is what he was saying, literally driving up the xenophobia towards the Asian community during that time. Just last October, during a rally, Trump said, and I quote, that Puerto Rico is literally a floating island of garbage. That's what he said verbatim. The next month, the Trump camp was able to successfully spread a rumor that the Haitian migrants were eating people's pets. That's what he said. So when I hear what Trump and the Trump administration is saying towards the Somalian people, towards the Somalian community, I think it's disgusting. I think it's deplorable, but I've heard worse. I've heard worse. And from my standpoint, I'm just going to mind my black ass, Haitian ass business. That's what I'm going to do. We cannot continue to get involved of the awakening process. We can't. We keep saying that this is the year of revelation, that this is the year of the great awakening. We have to allow it to take place. That's what's happening in all of these colored communities. The great awakening, the great realization that you were never, ever a token minority. You never were. The Middle Eastern community is figuring out. Southeast Asian communities are figuring out. Yeah, the Indians. Y'all are figuring it out. Asian communities, in all honesty, you should have been new. Since COVID, the xenophobia towards the Asian communities during COVID-19, not just that, when that Asian American guy decided he wanted to go and sue, you understand, the schools for affirmative action, and you realize that, oh, now that you guys said that we're not allowed to do this, you realize you weren't the token minority anymore. You should have been realized. But now you're really starting to realize with this whole H mark controversy. You understand? And us black people, us black American, black immigrant, black migrant, let them feel it. Let them feel it. This is what needs to happen. Once they now realize and they have the scars that we have, you understand? They can always look to it if ever they want to think for a second that they're better than anybody else. The same community that went out of its way to try to show everybody that they were a different type of black. You understand? The Somalian community is now tethering to the black American experience, saying that we're black too. We're black too. And the crazy thing about it is, even while they're trying to see if they can get allies, you still have ignorant Somalian people in the comments talking about, I'm not black, I'm Somali. All right, so take this ass whooping. Take this ass whooping that your community is currently getting right now. This reality check that your community is currently getting right now. Take it, eat it, swallow it, and learn from it. With each passing day, I grow increasingly proud of the Black American community here for standing their ground and minding their business, because it's absolutely necessary. They need to do it. This is a group here in this country that has to put their foot down, because ever since they have decided to do that, look at how everybody is realizing that Black Americans in this country were literally the glue. After Black Americans, the migrants that come to this country are the glue, the foundation of this country. Now they're starting to realize it. It is now that the Black American community has decided that they are no longer fighting on behalf of other marginalized groups in this country, that now these marginalized groups are realizing exactly how powerful the Black American impact was to their cause. And even though the Black American community has been fighting, they have been yelling about this from the top of their lungs since the beginning of time. You understand? It's finally their silence that gets the message across. It is their silence that gets the message across. And that's why I'm so happy. I'm so proud that they made this stance earlier this year, because now you are all finally realizing it. You're all finally realizing it. Every single one of you. And since we all collectively, unanimously came to the agreement that 2025 is the year of revelation, maybe 2026 can be the year of respect, because that's the only way that there's going to be unity, with respect. You understand? And so now that all of these other marginalized minority groups are realizing that there's no such thing as the model minority, that there is no such thing as the token colored person, that there is no such thing as being a better Black, better colored, that we are all niggers in the eyes of the white supremacists. Now that they're realizing that, now that they're feeling it, maybe next year, we could work on the unity part. Because now you guys are understanding. You're understanding. It was never the mindset. It could never be you. You now need to start remembering to ask yourself, when will it be me? When will it be me?
Somalis. What's going on with my Somali people? Now, when y'all start calling yourselves black, when did that happen? When? I'm seeing videos of Somalians saying they're black. That's what I'm seeing now. Now, of all these years that I've been watching y'all on videos, then bumped into y'all in real life out here in Dallas, y'all never claim black. Y'all don't even want to say y'all African. Get what I'm saying? Y'all don't want to be claimed with Africa. Only thing y'all want to be connected to is the Arabs. And that's wild to me. But all of a sudden, y'all want to be called black. And it's funny. And reason why I know that Somalians don't want to be referred to as dark melanated people, even though Somalians are dark too. That's the funny part. They dark too. Some of them, anyway, I ain't gonna get to that. But keep in mind, Somalians do not like West Africans or South Africans. And they get into it a lot, y'all. This is some real shit. Ain't bullshit. Listen, I remember a couple years ago, I was on a live, and the Somalians was arguing with the South Africans and the West Africans, right? And I keep in mind, these are dark-skinned West Africans and dark-skinned Black Africans, but the Somalis are a little dark too. But anyway, Somalis think they Caucasian. But anyway, so the women was going at the West African women and the South African women, and all you can hear the Somalians say was, look at my hair, look at my hair, look at my hair, look at my hair, look at your hair, look at my hair, I got good hair, look at my hair, I can shake my hair, you can't shake your hair. That's what the Somalian women was saying. Then they was like, look at my nose, look at my nose, look at my nose, you look at your nose, you don't have a nose like mine, look at my nose. That's all they kept saying. Because I guess Somalians think they have white people features. Okay? So let's remember that, Somalians. I want y'all to remember. Then I watched another video of a Somalian woman. She was on TikTok and she was like, listen, we're all black. If we all get pulled over, the police ain't gonna know who's who. They ain't gonna know if you're a Somali or not. You motherfucking lying to me. You shitting me. Police know the difference between a Somalian and a Black American. Somalians got a distinct look. Y'all got a distinct look to yourself that nobody around the world have. Okay? You might can make it with an African, like a West African or a South African. You might can even get me with a South American down there in Brazil somewhere. Maybe even the Caribbean. I can see them messing up. But they are not about to get Black Americans and Somalians confused. Because y'all got the distinctive look. Okay? So where my stomped down Somalians at that ain't claiming to be black? I like y'all because y'all keep it real. These others, they faking the funk, Somalis. Get it together.
We are Somalis. not black. There, I said it.
Imperialism and colonialism have done a number on the Black diaspora. Fundamentally, I can understand why a large portion of the Somali population doesn't identify as Black, right? Because Blackness is a social construct created in response to and in justification of the transatlantic slave trade and chattel slavery. Common classifications in African countries are oftentimes divided into ethnogroups or even tribes in certain areas. In a country like Somalia, which exists outside of Western society, there's no utility in recognizing your Blackness because it's largely a homogenous country. Everybody looks like you. It isn't until they step outside of their country that they realize that they're viewed in a very different lens. But in regard to a large subsect of Somalians that I've been seeing online, a lot of them are going as far to distance themselves from their African identity while simultaneously embracing their Arab and European identities and cultures.
Looking at me right now, chat, am I black? I'm literally brown. I'm literally brown, bro. Think about it as well. Somalis are Arabs. We're in the Arab leagues, we speak the Arab language, we eat the Arab food.
While the country of Somalia does have a very strong Arabic influence due to years of trade, due to cultural exchange, and a portion of their population having a very high Arabic admixture, that doesn't negate the fact that 85% of their population are direct descendants from the indigenous Cushitic people, natives to the Horn of Africa. And it really brings into question, for me, this is not an assertion, it's just been an observation, with Somalians and even some North Africans. Are they rejecting their African ancestry because they're chasing after this imaginary, unattainable, higher social status? Because sadly, ignorant people here in the West, most of us, believe that Africa is like primitive or underdeveloped, while also conflating Blackness with foundational Black Americans and ghetto ratchet American culture. Like, are they running away from both of these things? Like, are we at the point where we allow the oppressor group to paint these narratives that affect our own personal identities? Because I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Over here, you're Black, and if you believe that you're anything better than, listen to what our president just recently said about y'all and your country.
Somalians ripped off that state for billions of dollars, and they contribute nothing. The welfare is like 88%. They contribute nothing. I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you, okay? Somebody say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. Their country is no good for a reason.
The divide and conquer tactic is in full effect here because they don't make the differentiation, love. And it honestly reveals a deeper truth about identity in the United States of America. Individual communities may try to assert their own history, culture, and customs, but broader society oftentimes collapses those differences into one racial category. This disconnect shows how race in America is less shaped by cultural nuance and more so determined by power structures that define who is seen, who is grouped together, and why. Ultimately, it underscores the need for mutual understanding on both sides. Somali immigrants to understand and recognize the shared struggles and solidarities of Black life in America, and for the broader society, including Somalians, to understand the rich diversity within the African diaspora. Ciao, all that and a bag of chips being said, as always, it is your girl day. Feel free to comment your thoughts down below.
Yo, are there that many Somalis in Minnesota? I don't know. I reposted one satirical clip of a Somali guy saying that the land in Minnesota was promised to him 3,000 years ago, showing some whack at, like, he was being funny. And I reposted it because I thought that was funny, right? Why are the Americans complaining? This land was promised to us 3,000 years ago. Suck it the fuck up and get over it. I thought that gave me a chuckle. I'm not gonna lie. Ever since I reposted that this morning, I've been scrolling, looking for content like, let's see. Somali shit left and right. And like, see, I reposted a joke. No, these people are really mad. Maybe it's because I'm a Floridian, right? And I remember when everybody was tripping about, there's so many Mexicans in Florida. And I was like, where? Like, I mean, there are. But like, they chilling. I be fucking with nobody for real. Like, they chilling. Is it like that? And the conservatives are just like making a big fucking deal about it? Or are they really terrorizing the streets? Because you hear one side, it's like, yo, they over here graping women and children. And the other side, you got Somali teenagers doing TikTok dances talking about, I don't give a fuck what they talking about. We big chilling. We chill as fuck. Huh? I'm missing something. What's going on?
Let's talk about why Somalis say, oh no, we're not Black. As a Somali who does claim her blackness, I want to explain this with love. Because that statement comes from history, survival, and sometimes pain. First, Somalia isn't a part of the Western world. In Somalia, a deeply homogenous community, there's no reason to say you're black. Everyone looks like you. For example, like Nigeria, people identify by tribe or nation, not race. Race, as a qualifier especially, only becomes relevant to most Africans when they leave their country and step into a world that sees them through that lens. During colonization, Europeans didn't just divide our land, they divided our identities. Somalis were mistakenly told, "Ooh, you look different, you're closer to Arab, you're better." Those lies that were told by whiteness seeded the anti-blackness that still lingers today. And because Somalia was not colonized in the exact same way as other African countries, many Somalis grew up thinking that blackness was synonymous with oppression, something to escape, not embrace. But Western propaganda is global, honey. So in the same way that they show African Americans or all Americans in general that Africans are barbaric and starving, they show African Americans to the rest of the world as lazy thugs who are not to be trusted, violent. Many Somalis arrive here as refugees and want to rebuild their lives and think, if I distance myself from this label, maybe I'll be safe. There's still no excuse. My own mother, who struggles with anti-blackness and hates my dark skin, would always tell me, don't be a yo-yo, don't be a yo-yo. It's pure ignorance, but it stems from fear and lies. Here's the truth. African Americans are the moral backbone of this country. Every right, every protection, every piece of good experience that you are having in America was built through their blood, sweat, and tears. Their resistance, their strategic organizing, their sacrifice, it's the only reason why we have a foothold here today. And as much as Somalis want to say, "Oh, why do you care about black issues?" It's because I'm in gratitude, and they deserve reverence and solidarity, not distance and disdain. So if you hear a Somali say, "I'm not black," "I'm not black," "I'm not black," so embarrassing. Don't get offended. Pray for them. They're wrestling with a lie that's literally older than them. A lie that was designed to keep us divided. And remember, no matter how lost we are or how far we run, we're still all one. Excuse me, thank you.
OJ.
I'm a black.
Are Somali immigrants really black? Or is it that they're just black when it's convenient? It's a lot of shit happening. Look, recently I made a video speaking about the ICE raids in Minnesota. And let me tell you something. A lot of people have reached out to me and are telling me that Somalis do not identify as black, right? I don't know it to be true. I'm curious. I'm still working on it myself. A lot of people have reached out to me in regards to that video. And they tell me, say, look, man, don't worry about these people. They say they're not black. A lot of them voted for Trump. And they shit on Kamala Harris pre-election, which speaks to another thing, proximity to whiteness, which is a thing that we saw. We identified more of these groups pre-elections 2024. So we had Latinos for Trump, Cubans for Trump, Hispanics for Trump, those groups, and a few people in the Caribbean, Indians in Trinidad and Tobago, Indians in Guyana, and brown people from uptown Kingston, Jamaica, Upper St. Andrew. You dig? Right, so these are groups that are proximity to whiteness people. We identify. What it means is that they want to be white, they're just not white. You dig what I'm saying? They're self-hating people. There are people like that, self-hated, right? Well, let's get back to the real meat of the matter right here. Somalians. So when people hear about Somalia, one of the first things that comes to their mind is Black Hawk Down. You heard that story of Black Hawk Down in 1993. U.S. helicopter went down in Somalia. I think U.S. military was on it. A lot of people died. Some got killed. This, that, whatever. The next big thing, that was 1993. The next big story about Somalia, right, that comes to a lot of people's mind is the pirates of Somalia when they captured Captain Phillips, I think, in the Maersk, Alabama. And that was 2009. And then President Obama activated the Navy SEALs, and eventually they went and rescued Captain Phillips. Eventually they made a movie off that whole incident. But those two major incidents occurred where it involved U.S. military and also Somalia. Okay, Somali nationals, pirates down there, whatever. But is that to say you should broad brush everyone in Somalia? No, I don't think so. You dig what I'm saying? But looking at the American side of things, I know for sure that there's a lot of people who are of color who do not identify to be black. Here's why they do it. They do it because of the stereotype that's hang over, a stereotype that was created by white supremacists and racists in America, and they hung it over the head of black Americans, right? This stereotype is hung over the heads of black Americans, that black Americans are lazy, they don't want to work, this, that, whatever. So I know this to be true, that a lot of nationalities and people who are not black Americans, who are of color, they will come to America and they will buy into this bullshit. You get what I'm saying? And they will also treat black Americans other than, not realizing that you fed into bullshit, and that's your brother and sister. You know what I'm saying? That's your brothers and your sisters. These are your black family. But you'd rather buy into white supremacy and run with the notion that black people in America are lazy, they don't want to work, this, that, whatever. That's what we're sold, you know, for you to work like a slave and kill yourself before time. That's why they sell you that bullshit. You understand? They know you're an immigrant from a different part of the world and you're here to do whatever, to work, and they know that. You understand? So now you have a lot of people, right, who are saying they don't feel sorry for the Somalians in Minnesota. They don't care about them, mainly because they do not identify as black. Okay, they don't want to be entangled in the stereotype that America has or have created, white supremacists in America have created for black people. So they say they're Somalians. They're not black. I didn't make anything up. None of what I just told you I didn't make up. Okay, there are people out there actively talking about it right this second. You understand? And I'm still curious to hear from the Somali nationals. Are you black? Or is it that you're black when it's convenient to you? I just want to know if it's true. Okay? And that's all I have right now. It's Big Muscle. Peace.
Not to be nosy, but I saw this comment on one of my mutuals, Hawk's videos. And I had to interject because what the fuck are you talking about, bro? So for context, the video in question is talking about ICE targeting Somalis in Minnesota, right? And Hawk is saying essentially that ICE is now targeting black people. And broski, Coco, what the fuck? Coco Maisha, whatever. Anyway, this person is basically saying Somalians are not black people, right? Black is a label given to indigenous people of America. We are not the same at all. If you want to sit here and say that Somalians are not African American, you'd be 100% correct. They're not. But to sit there and say they're not black is incorrect because look at them. Black is not just something that refers to African Americans. It encompasses everyone within the diaspora. I'm Nigerian American. I'm black. If you're an African American, you're black. Somali American, black. Also, there's also the second part of your comment that is even more ridiculous and egregious. Black is a label given to the indigenous people of America. Do they know that? Do the Native Americans know that we're calling them black people now? Like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? African Americans or black people are not indigenous to this country. White people aren't indigenous to this country. The only people indigenous to the North American continent are Native Americans. That's it. Those are the only people who are indigenous to these lands. If you are anything other than a Native American, you're not indigenous to this country. Not white people, not black people, not nobody. And it's that simple. I thought this was common knowledge. What the fuck are you talking about?
So if you were to be put into one of those phenotypes, you would be put into the negroid, which is black.
Okay.
So obviously there's different shades within being black.
Yeah.
But essentially, you would be categorized as black.
Yes. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So
let's clear things up. Somali identity was not built in the West. It was imported. We arrived and we're given this label, black, imposed and implied on us. And guess what we do? We embrace it. Chill like that. The reality is, race and color, it's a Western invention that arrived from paperwork, plantation, and census category. Not ancient, not culture, administrative. Hello. Somali identity comes from lineage, language, land, Horn of Africa, Kushtik. Sheesh. Listen, the term black, we will take it. We will embrace it while keeping our identity. Chill like that.
Somalis are not black. Stop calling us black, fam. Do we fucking look black? Do I look black to you lot, bro? I'm not black, fam. Man, Somali, bro. You get me, blood? We're not no fucking black people, bro.
I've been following the news, so nobody told me that Somalis in Minnesota, whatever, they're going through it because they're attempting to deport them. I think they voted for this man, right? Okay. It is a fuck around and find out season. Okay. Oh my God. First of all, they say they're not Africans. Oh, they are Arabs. Can you imagine a situation where the Arabs don't want you either? The whites don't want you. The Arabs don't want you. Why can't you all embrace your blackness and accept your fate and fight with us? But no, we're not black. We're not African. We're not Africans. We're not, no. White people don't want you. Arabs don't want you. Want yourself for the first time in your life. Choose yourself. That's a damn shame.
Somalis. Listen, Somalis. Now, what I'm about to say, a lot of black Americans going to disagree with me. And I understand, there are some black Americans that just walk the straight and narrow path in life, But when I heard about y'all scam for the millions of dollars, I was like, God damn shit. I had to call my nigga. I said, bruh, you heard about the Somalis? He said, what? Somali. He said, Tamale. Nigga, Somali. He said, yeah, I heard about the Somali. So he's like, so I asked him, I said, bruh, how they do that? So he broke it down to me. He said, man, they use the artistic kid game. I said, the artistic kid game? He said, yes, the artistic kid game. I said, God damn. Cause he mentioned, now them Somalis are artistic a little bit. They got America beat with the autism. But they're artistic, so they use their game, that's how they got the money. I'm like, fuck. So I was like, ain't the black Americans be involved? Like, no, ain't no black Americans involved. And I thought about it. I said, see, if they would have put the black Americans on, they wouldn't be in this shit. Now listen, if a Somali came up to me, said, hey Brian, I'm gonna offer you $7,500 a month, just say your child autistic, this is every month, I would have took it. Ain't bullshit, I would have took that $7,500 a month. Now, once again, I don't speak for all black Americans, but let a Somali doctor come to me and say, hey, just say your kids got autism, we're gonna cut you a $7,500 check per child. Nigga, I'm taking it, okay? I'm taking it. But since the Somalis didn't want to break bread with the family, oh well, Somalis, I'm gonna tell you something, Somalis, reason why we ain't gonna really run with you, and y'all got this arrogant attitude about yourself. Y'all real hateful towards the black Americans. Number one, y'all didn't break bread with the people in Minnesota. Y'all didn't break bread with the black Americans. But the one thing that sticks out to me the most about y'all is the culture y'all have of marrying children that are mature, specifically young girls. How y'all do the young girls at a young age, I think it's very disgusting and very distasteful. And y'all don't speak out against that a lot. Maybe a few, but the majority of y'all don't speak out against it. And black America just don't have a culture of marrying babies and touching babies. You get what I'm saying? We frown upon that. And to see that old man cry because he can't marry a baby was really distasteful. And I'm happy the world saw that. I'm happy everybody on social media saw it. And that's one of the reasons why we don't care. Because y'all into babies. The age of maturity. What the hell wrong with y'all Somalians? Talk to me, Somalians. Do y'all disagree with that shit? Or y'all for it?
Keep you here in America so you won't get kicked out like some of these immigrants are getting kicked out. Because if you think for once that because you're a black American that they're not going to kick you out, that's eventually what's going to happen. It's going to trickle all the way down to white people. And it is your responsibility to figure out your ancestors.
No, little sis, if I could reach through this phone and slap your hand, I would do it. No. Let's stop making it seem like black Americans are at risk for any type of removal. Where are they going to send us to? Never Land? Never Land is not a real place, guys. Okay? It's not a real place. You really think that they're going to just get rid of almost their whole entire workforce? I mean, really think about this. So they're going to get rid of all of the illegal immigrants, right? The ones who work for dirt cheap. They're going to get rid of all of them. Then they're going to go and they're going to get rid of the black Americans. Who is going to do any type of work? They're just going to get rid of everybody who's not YT? Well, I mean, I don't understand, like you're just going to get rid of a big chunk of your workforce? Like that doesn't even make sense. I don't know where this sentiment came from, but I'm honestly tired of it. I'm tired of hearing it from the immigrants. I'm tired of hearing it from other black American people. I'm tired of hearing it because it's the most ridiculous thing. Sometimes I be feeling like sometimes some of y'all want to leave. Like some of y'all don't want to be here. Some of y'all are hoping that you'll get deported, like into Never Land. I don't know where you think you're going. I don't know where you think they sending you. But some of y'all don't want to be here. I don't know why, but you trying to manifest that shit. That's the reason why motherfuckers keep saying it, because you want to manifest that shit. You ain't gotta wait to be deported if you want to leave. You could do that on your own. Now, the other stuff that she was saying in the video, I think was nice. It was fine. I just wanted to address the point of look, y'all, stop saying that. Tracing your history is great. Tracing your lineage is great. But to do it because you're afraid of eventually being deported or removed it's crazy to me.
Yeah, welcome back. This year is the year of awakening, and the awakening is here. A lot of people want to take your place and are beginning to see it. We can't fight these people. Truly, they are special. Truly, these people are chosen. Truly, these people are this and these people are that. And you know one thing? The most painful aspect of this thing is a lot of people are beginning to realize this thing very, very late. It's late right now. If you ask me my own opinion, I'll be like, it's late. Why you're realizing it's so late? You're realizing these things late, guys. These people built this place for you. You all came in and then you joined yourself with the supremacists, with the colonizers, and decided to hate on them, and decided to rubbish them, and decided to even want to erase them. A lot of you even want to replace them. They are not talking anymore. They're now quiet. Do you know why they're quiet? They are quiet right now because they know they cannot be deported from America. They are Americans. Yes. They don't want they don't even want any allies anymore. They want to be on their own. They just want to eat good food. They want to moisturize, sleep, eat their fried chickens, go for their cookouts, have their funds. And they're no longer protesting for anybody. They're no longer saying nothing for anybody. In the past, they all come out and start criticizing this government. Oh, they're not saying that for anybody anymore. Everyone will have to fight their battles. And I must say, Black Americans, this one you did, you all did it well. You all did this one well, because next year is going to be the year of respect. And people are going to respect you more by next year. Because you see this thing that's about to happen to Somalians, people who say no, that they are the ones who are the chosen ones. They're about to be literally chased out of America, right? Shamefully. Chased out of the country they said is yours. chased out of the state they said was given to them 5,000 years ago. Next year, everybody will respect Black Americans and they will want to listen to them. They will beg you all, they will want to listen to you. We are here and we are watching. Let's keep seeing how this happens. I'd like you to actually, comment on this video, subscribe, like, and share, right? I'd like to hear your thoughts about this video. I'm so happy. You all are winning. I said it. I've been saying it from the beginning of when I started doing videos. I said, you people are going to win. And we're on it. In fact, some people commented on my videos and they said, they're not even sure this thing is going to happen in their lifetime. And I'm like, it's going to happen in your lifetime and it's going to happen soon. Are you seeing how God is fighting for you right now? Where are you that say you're not going to see it, you're not going to witness it? I hope you're witnessing it right now. Let me see it in the comment section, right? Thank you so much for watching it up to this point. I will see you next time. Bye, guys.